What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action adventure fantasy film review. Today, we're going to review the final after the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man Tells No Tales. Released by Disney, May 26, 2017. Box office earnings of over $795.9 million, so it's still good. Apparently, there's a sixth one in production too, so should be interesting. This one has two directors, Joaquim Ronis, who did Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Kontiki, Banditas, and Maximus, Man of Power, and Espen Sandberg, who also did, he also co-directed Kontiki, Banditas, and Maximus, Man of Power, but he also did a film called Amundsen. But yeah, so Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man Tell No Tales. Well, Jack Sparrow and his band of pirates are back, and yeah, so it starts off with them basically robbing a bank for money and not doing too well. So his pirate buddies turn their back on him and go on to do other things. So he's on his own, and then he runs into an astronomer uh, girl and this young kid who has a crush on her and stuff. And they work together to try to help him find the Poseidon's staff, and which helps control curses and stuff. So basically, they set out on a mission of that, even though an evil Spanish guy that Sparrow managed to banish to the underworld is basically coming back as a ghost with a boat-eating ship and killing off all the other pirates in the search of him to release him from this curse. So Captain Barbossa comes back in this really rich royal ship and helps Jack Sparrow out basically on defending him and trying to put an end to this curses and to the evil that's going on. Overall, this one runs pretty much beat per beat with some of the previous entries of Pirates of the Caribbean. This one does have a lot of good, crazy set designs and a lot of cool action sequences that were mixed in. Some of them, the physics might kind of been a little lost in it, where obviously it wasn't as realistic. But this is a fantasy type of film, so you can kind of look over that for that. But yeah. And yeah, most of the characters and acting in this was actually pretty well done. I was pretty impressed with it. This was actually my first time ever watching this one, so I was pretty impressed with it. They kind of really went into the fantasy, like a little bit horror-ish realm with this one. They have zombie sharks, they have weird things like that. But I was really impressed with how they made the people CG, the ghost people see-through and stuff. That was more compelling to me than the actual annoying ghost-like guy with the really floating hair, like he's walking through the ocean or something, even though he's above the ocean in the air. He still had like the really slow flowing thing. I thought that looked super fucking cheesy. And yeah, and so like the CG and stuff looks like standard CG from Disney. Half of it looks really amazing, half of it looks really shit. So depends on what scene you're looking at. It's hit and miss, but yeah, overall I thought the acting was really good though, for the most part. I think the big flaw of this film is the writing. Like most modern movies, is the writing and the people in the studio trying to rush things out. I think that's the big flaw of this, because a lot of the side characters do not need to be in this movie. Like the guy who's in love with the astronomer, no point whatsoever. That's just studio fodder, basically, to bring back Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley for a few minutes at the end. And that's the only reason why he's in there. And I was really annoyed with that, because he had so much screen time for not enough. Like, not for no real reason. At least this one, when there's dull moments, they knew how to put in more humor and stuff. There's more creative jokes and stuff in this one, which I liked. But overall, I just thought it was a standard popcorn flick. I didn't think anything too much of it. Like, I'm probably going to forget about this in a week. So, yeah. But, like, yeah, it's the fifth one in the franchise. Obviously, we're so used to seeing it. And Jack Sparrow is Jack Sparrow and all that. So, yeah. I'm probably going to give Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tells No Tales a 3 out of 5. It's standard, but it's meh at the same time. Like, yeah, it's just they give you what you want, what you're wanting to look for, but nothing memorable. Obviously, this isn't going to stand the test of time if people are going to talk about it 100 years later, like majority of the other classics or anything like that. But yeah, I thought it was okay. So I'll link the trailer down below so you check it out if you haven't seen it. If you want to relive it, that's down there. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram to throw out post clips of films and review in the future on my stories. The film time acting subject on film and the hashtag so you're aware of it. Also, my letterbox down below, Derek P reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it to more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future. And on any streaming service, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought checking out together. So here are my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And if you're ring that bell, because we're going back to the horror, because, well, it is obviously October, so I'm trying to do as many scary movies and Halloween themed movies and sci-fi thrillers, fantasy films, and all that as I can. So we're going to talk about the autopsy of Jane Doe in the next one. So make sure you tune in for that and watch out for all those crazy dead pirates coming back from the dead and haunting us all. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.